why are we here? I started teaching in New York City as a middle school 8th grade teacher, and I was super excited because I had worked a number of small jobs, part-time teaching assignments, and I finally landed a contract as a full-time teacher. And I get to my classroom and the windows were broken, had plastic over them, and tiles were ripped up off the floor, and I didn't have chairs for the number of students in my classroom, so we had milk crates, and they sat on the counters in the back. And during my 2-year assignment at this school, the principal, I should say my first day of school, there was a fist fight between an assistant principal and the teacher in the room next door. And in the course of 2 years, an administrator never once visited my classroom. And as I entered into graduate studies, I began to study this concept of collegial isolation. And it's something that impacts faculty, particularly instructional faculty, because we spend most of our time with students and we don't have an opportunity to connect with one another. And our institution has done a great job of connecting people within programs, but we really don't have many spaces where we come together across programs. And I believe that we are stronger when we work together. And so it's my hopes that this experience, in addition to providing faculty, instructional and non-instructional, with tools to help them be more successful, will really strengthen the bonds between the people in this room. When I started in the community college system a couple of years ago, I was told during that faculty hiring process that I really shouldn't have a say. Because when faculty bring on new faculty, it's as though they're marrying someone or bringing someone into their family. Because we know that contract faculty, particularly the community college system, will stay 20, 30, 40 years in their positions. And when we spend 40 hours a week with our counterparts, in many ways, we become like family members to one another. And so I'm hoping that this experience this year will help to strengthen us as a team.
He just has a heart for you guys so that you can start out the right way. And I'm going to tell you a quick story. It's very short. My friend Esther is here, but Esther and I and Pat Mosteller and Gretchen Bitterlin, 30 years ago, right? None of you guys were here. 30 years ago, we were just got our contracts, right? We were adjunct I was for 10 years. I think Esther was for 5 or 10. And we had just gotten our contracts, and we were all friends, and we were talking, and we had each other. And the second day I got my contract, the president at the time was Jim Smith, and he taps me on the shoulder and he goes, "You're going to the curriculum chair meeting at the district, and you're going to represent us because the curriculum chair died." And my eyes went like this, and I thought, I don't know what to say, and somebody's going to ask me something. So I panicked, and I sat in that meeting, and I can remember my stomach going like this, because I didn't know what I was doing. And I don't want you to ever have to face that. I want you to be able to say, if you need me for curriculum chair, if you need me for academics, and I know what I have to do, and I know what's involved. And I think Carlos supported it in that idea that if you know the job, it's so much easier, and then you don't have to panic.
Again, my name is Star. I'm the Vice President of Student Services, and what that means is that I assist with all the curriculum and the support services that happen outside of the classroom, such as counseling services, veteran services, resource centers, anything that helps our students kind of move along in the process to support them outside of the classroom. And having said that, I actually started my own career here at San Diego Community College District about 18 years ago. I started as an adjunct counselor, and then I got my contract. I remember I was so happy, and then I made it through, those 4 years of tenure where you're like thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, am I going to be here longer? And after I got my tenure as a faculty member, I moved into administration. And I have this distinct pleasure of having worked at all 4 institutions within the district. So I've been at Mesa, Miramar City, and I ended up here at CE. And I tell Carlos and everybody all the time, I have found my people. So one of the things I want to say to you is not only congratulations on your contracts and being new faculty, but congratulations for working at a place like CE. Because CE, I'm going to tell you hands down, and I'll say it publicly, not just because we're in a room of CE folks, CE is where you change lives. You change the trajectory of where people are going to be. It's like no other thing. I've been here at CE for about 2.5 years now, and I'm telling you, it is the closest, the most tangible place that you can make a difference. And the really nice thing about it is that you're gonna see as you interface with people, that the people that work at CE are here because they're committed. And yes, it's a very corny word to use when we talk in education, but it's about love. They love their students. And it's an amazing place to work. So you've been very fortunate not only for your contracts, but that you have it here at CE. Okay, having said that, I'm gonna ask you guys to do just a quick little exercise. The good thing is that you don't have to stand up, especially after lunch. But I'd like everybody to make the OK symbol for me. Has everybody got the OK symbol? Okay, so I want you to take this outside of the circle, and I want you to go ahead and place it on your chin. Let's try that again. Take the outside of the circle and place it on your chin. Chin. Oh wait, your chin. Now, I'm not gonna make you raise your hand, but most of you probably did this, right? You placed it on your cheek, although I said your chin. Well, the reason I do that is because I want to show to you guys that your actions speak louder than your words. And if I can impart to you one thing about creating your career here at CE or wherever it is that you go, is that you invest in people. You invest in relationships. The action of saying good morning to somebody. The action of being able to have, see something from a different perspective but have respectful dialogue. The action of investing in your fellow colleagues, because it will make your life here 1,000,000 times better. There may be times when you are right, but still, if you can learn how to negotiate, because like I said, having been in the district for 18 years, there were times where I had real difficult decisions I needed to make, but I had people who knew me and trusted in me because we had invested in relationships that they were able to help me carry the heavy load over certain things. So if I can leave you with one thing today, is that your actions are louder than your words. You interview every day. You know, the interview that you had to get the job is one thing, but you're interviewing every day. And the love that we show for our students, if we can impart that love with each other, especially when we're super busy, and the people in this room are gonna make you successful. So that's all I have to leave you with. So thank you for your time, and I'd like to now.
My name is Kate Alder. I'm the Vice President of Instruction, and please feel free to call me Kate if you're comfortable with that. If that makes you uncomfortable, you can call me Dr. Alder, but I'm comfortable with Kate. Wanted to tell you a little bit about how this type of event or this type of activity impacted me, because when I was a new faculty member, I was lucky enough to be at a college that did this type of thing. And so for us, it went on all year long, and it was every other Friday that all the new faculty got together, and there was about 20 of us in that group. And it made a huge difference for me in my onboarding into that institution. To get to know other faculty, we had faculty mentors that worked with us, we got to meet all of the different people around the college and around the district. So I encourage you to embrace this. Obviously you're here in the warmth of this room on a Friday afternoon. So I'm really excited that you're all going to be a part of this, and if there's anything I can do to help you be successful, please feel free to let me know. I also want to let you know that Dr. Cortez led this effort to say we need to do this for our new faculty, but then of course you can't do anything without some money, right? So we managed to use some of the funds that we have received from the state through the Adult Education Block Grant, which you will often hear referred to as AEBG. So I just wanted you to know that when you hear people talking about AEBG, that helped to fund this professional development activity for you. And as we move into this year and we start planning what the next round of activities are going to be based on that funding, that you'll also participate in those conversations as well. So I don't want to leave it on a fiscal note, because that's not always the fun thing, but I do want to say welcome, which is not easy for me to say because I've only been here maybe a week before you, but welcome to continuing education. And for those of you who are continuing with your role here at the institution, I'm really looking forward to a long future with all of you, helping us move forward into this next century of our history at San Diego Continuing Ed. So welcome everybody and have a wonderful semester. Thank you.
I don't know too much. simply you.